Hey, what's going on? Back with another one. Back with another one. Okay, this is Daily Dump Hump. Shall I say the 17th edition? I believe this is the 17th edition. Okay, let me see what we got here. Let's see if this is gonna work. Bullshit. All right. Okay, it's acting up on that end. Okay. Y'all give me a second so I can find this dashboard. Okay. These goddamn noties. It's a lot to talk about today. It's been, we're having this rampage over this bullshit aftermath. So I gotta see something real quick. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I gotta get used to this shit. Let's get on my fucking nerves. I gotta get used to it. Yeah, Restream's got a stupid feature. I think they went back to it, but this goddamn notice is pissing me off. But that's that's another story there. We're gonna talk about this Fugazi motherfucker right here. He shouts out to Courtney what's her name? Courtney Michelle with that vid. And I appreciate that. It's he's been exposed. I've seen a lot of channels expose him. And this is a so-called red pill space. Blue pill space is what it is. It's actually blue pill. It's not even red pill at all. Because they forgot the fabric of the spaces. But that's a whole nother stuff. I'm not gonna argue about no bullshit content for people that don't fucking understand. But you get tired of that shit after a while. That shit will drive you nuts. And the one thing about content creation and BS on this weak ass website and this channel, like not this channel, this channel's dope, but this platform, it died a long time ago. And I get so irritated with weak motherfuckers on this platform not producing good content. And that's the downsides of being on here. That's the thing. And I hate these big YouTubers act like they know everything and they don't know shit about YouTube. I've been on this damn thing since 2007. Ever since Trump won, it's going back to its paces. Thank goodness, and I'm glad that people are seeing the BS. I mean, I'm glad I'm figuring out what's going on, but he's not going to do much. He's probably going to be the person that you're going to see for now. It's just like I look at this stuff and I said, man, this is ridiculous. What's going on here? So it's like really, really telling. So I try not to get irritated as much. I'm trying to get through the thoughts and what's going on and viewpoints. It's all, but hey, what's going on, Degenerate? Salute, 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 salute. Yeah, it's a lot of BS going on. These platforms. I mean, X, they was tripping so hard, and then they want to go to this another website, Jack Dorsey, well known for creating what you call Twitter, but now he sold Twitter to Elon Musk, and Elon Musk called it X around the same year, I believe, like he did the next year. And he made some changes. It still have the same old Twitter effect, but it's X. Like X is the standard. That's why I call it X. Some people call it Twitter X. I call it X. And me personally, I think X is a good name for it because it is entertainment in the end of the day. Because at once upon a time, Twitter used to be a place that I see all the time. But you got these little boys in these spaces that don't understand that talking bad about females is bad content. Like there was a time and place for that during the Trump, I would say the election year 2015, and I think the next year Trump made it more possible for them. So when you're talking about a group of people that don't know shit, That's the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about dudes, and then the Fugazi podcast guy, the No Fugazi he call himself. He's the main one that be on bullshit. And the main thing I cannot stand is bad content creation. Like, I just don't like that shit. Like, that's one of the pet peeves that I cannot stand. Like, on this sorry platform we call YouTube, it's going to be changed if Trump gets in there, because a lot of things going to change for this site, and he may be reinstated. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Not dissing nobody. I'm just saying that enough is enough. And I think the reason why people won the election, want to vote for him this time around, is they felt like they're tired and they was starving and hungry. The prices, that's part of it, but that's a lie. They was desperate to vote him in. And if you notice, Elon Musk supported him. This is all a setup for him to win. Because if you notice how Twitter changed hands and Jack Dorsey created what Blue Sky just now, Blue Sky will not overtake Twitter. I'll tell you a secret. They will not overtake Twitter because, or should I say, excuse me, X, so I call it. They will not overtake it. There's a reason why X is trying to compete with Google. See, Google had an idea a long time ago, and they purchased this site, and like I said, YouTube was in the red. No, it was not. And people keep saying that don't know shit about the original YouTube. YouTube was never in the red. YouTube was an investment. It was you could do entertainment, all types of stuff. News people and mainstream bitch ass media from the blue pill world destroy these platforms that we have our own little semi platforms, but we have to abide by the TOS nonsense. A lot of that's controlled. That's why you don't have real freedom in speeching. You have real freedom of speech, but you don't have the real freedom of speech of people speaking their minds. You just can't say what you want to say, really. And I have to be careful on a lot of stuff, because they took some of my videos and had to deal with the medical stuff. I'm gonna leave the medical shit alone because that's some old shit. I'm not gonna speak on the outside. I'm gonna talk different, just talk about why you don't listen to sorry podcasters spewing BS. And I'm not gonna bring information on that. Now that side I will it's a string cast like I do a webcast. I'm news reporting, but I'm gonna talk about stuff that's relevant. I will speak to you that outside. Now on here, I talk about various different subjects, different things, what's going on YouTube, and then to look out for and pay attention to who's scamming. It's a lot of scammers on these ads too. Shouts to the Walls production. Walls breaking it down with the Pop the Balloon show it's not a humiliation ritual. No, it's a come up off the internet, and they're trying to go viral saying the most retarded shit I've ever seen in my life. The relationship culture game has been dead for like at least for 25 to 30, 40 years. A lot of people has decent relationships. They try to say they were great, and they're lying. Before 9/11, that's when the relationships were on the up and up. During 9/11 and after 9/11, that's when you saw see a decrease. I saw this in my first relationship with this girl down here in Georgia. I've been in halfway relationships where I'm originally from, but down here, this is the only one. The longest one I had was 6 months. Ever since then, I've been chilling and cut her off like years ago, but she was on some bullshit then. So the same type of behavior she had, I see it every day on these platforms. They go to X. Back then, it was called Twitter back then, and they were saying outrageous shit then. So the hose is right there. All of them did not follow Blue Sky. The ones that got mad, those were Kamala Harris supporters, people who were the far left. Those are the ones followed Jack Dorsey and Blue Sky, which is stupid, by the way. And what happens if Jack Dorsey sells Blue Sky to another billionaire? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't take a motherfucker like him serious. Because guys like him is the reason why these platforms exist, because Google and what you call X are the two giants in the social network sphere. I don't use the word media. That's a boomer term, because boomers that don't know how to use tech, slow people call it social media. I hate that term. It's an oxymoron term, because what the reason they call it social media, look at YouTube. They consider that social media, not these social networks that are fake SMs, but really YouTube, you can say, in a sense, I hate the term social media. That applies to Rumble, video sharing sites like Rumble and YouTube, not these other platforms. Instagram, to me, is a social network. You're networking. Yes, you got a broadcast group. They try to compete with YouTube and they can't because it's not real. It's owned by Facebook. And X is owned by Elon Musk. And yes, he got SpaceX, but they're trying to compete with Google because of the monetization. There's money in online. See, back then, yeah, people used the internet, they turned it off, but they had time. They had their own servers, old computer chips and shit like that. They had handheld stuff. Cell phones was minute back then. Now they put it on the cell phone, made it into a computer, and you ain't got enough space to store your shit. There you are. So basically, I'm saying is like if you're talking about these platforms that talk about bullshit nonsense all day, like your boy No Fugazi, Mr. Fugazi himself, he's been Fugazi. He's a clown, man. Like shouts out to Courtney Michelle for saying and exposing the bullshit that these guys been on, but they're not red pill. They actually blue pill as hell. They don't study that the matrix itself is the whole internet and believing in media. Actually, blue pill is the media, not just the internet. Because if you put TV on the internet, the media controls the internet. The internet is wide open. It's like a killing field. That's basically what it is. It's not something that I say it's fact. I know that media dictates the internet. You can't really say much. See, back in the day, when I came on this platform, I would say about 19 years old, and I lost the channel in between, like 2012, when this channel was created. There was a time that people said what the hell they want. Now Trump wants to bring it back to a place that's like that. Well, you got to tax all these corporations that own these platforms that were anti him, right? Well, he's gonna have to. Well, actually, he's trying to make Rumble bigger to compete with Google. That's gonna be hard. Now, Google ain't gonna accept a lot of rhetoric on the right. They try to scrub that clean off the internet of the right. But the thing is, I said this 3 years ago. There's a possibility, and I taught this to Cerulean and other guys, and 3 years ago about this, and we said this in fruition. It's possible they may take it over. So the next election cycle, it's going to be the same thing that we see all the time, and we move forward. But that's one of the reasons that I see that what's going on is matters, and you know, I look at these sites like if they're gonna falter and whatnot. But you understand what's going on. But I understand that the fact that people are moving different directions in podcasts and things like that. I just recently subscribed to I think Ugly Money Podcast. They're for entertainment, by the way. I like him and I like how he does that little machine. He be pissing these hoes off and all that stuff. That's hilarious to me. And it's genius. They have some points, basic points. They're a good podcast. It's plenty of good podcasts. And I recently saw Real Life's Street Stars. They had Benzino on. Benzino said something about podcasting in Charleston White. He said the podcast game is saturated, which it is very saturated. I may talk about that on a vlog stream for y'all. It is very saturated. The same BS that you hear 3 years ago. It don't apply in today's 2024, the mid 20s of the 21st century and to now in the future. Because shit's obsolete. There was a time that it was something, right? But you have to understand at that time, it is what it is. He said the problem is what Earth actually happened to the he said to what happened to Threads. I thought that was supposed to no. Threads is trash. Blue Sky is better than Threads. Shouts to Degenerate for saying that. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a star for that. Yeah, but if you look at it, why the hell would they? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying for what it is. They have that feature. Okay, they still have that feature. I was testing something out. Okay, I got to do the same old goofy shit. Well, Restream is kind of different. They try to. I don't know how they do that. How they record and all this other shit. Yeah, I got to use that. I had to do the same shit again. So I have to create a stream, put that one in the bag, and the ones that stream, it just comes on. But streaming directly is, I think that's the way they're doing it. I don't like that feature. I schedule mines and then I have the same stream that I have to delete the two streams. It's not part of that playlist and all that shit. It's kind of weird, but it's worth the try and worth the shot. So I'm not saying that anybody can have the funds of what's going on, but you gotta understand when you're in the platform world, a lot of stuff don't look right. Sports is wild. Now the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, I'm gonna talk about this. This is YouTube related. Mike Tyson in the YouTube shit, right? Me personally, that fight was already staged, and Mike Tyson couldn't use his uppercut, and it was fixed. And a lot of people got ripped off. And to me, it was a good fight. I mean, he won at the end. He got him some money, and he bailed out. Shouts out to Mike and his success, man. And shouts out to this podcast. Salute to Mike Tyson for giving us a entertaining highlight, even though he could have knocked him out with the uppercut. Because I've said that boy would kill. No, that boy cannot fight. He can't even fight no real box. He's a clown. He couldn't even hit Tyson. He was so scared to get knocked out by Tyson because he would have got his head busted open. See, that guy's not a professional. He's a fraud. He's a guy that made fun of a dead animal or something, and he got in trouble with that. And I remember it on HLN years ago, an old tape of him and his brother making fun. They had that hat on. See, I remember these idiots from 2017, 18. I remember the Paul brothers wasn't shit back then on YouTube. When I was in the workplace, these guys were morons, bro. Before they got the fame that they got. They're the suckers that you see on YouTube and make YouTube look bad. And that's why Susan had to leave. And then before the pandemic, and then after the pandemic, she left. This new management is trash. It's gonna be a lot of regulations next year because they ain't gonna last. If they don't talk about your newly elect president, are you out of here? It's gonna be very interesting next year. And you're gonna see some things. So no, they wouldn't go back. No, Twitter was standard back then. Reddit is trash. Reddit is bullshit altogether. Reddit has been trash. Only thing good about Reddit is the video game reviews and shit like that. But that site as a whole, Reddit and Discord are bullshit. They should be obsolete, to be honest with you. That's where all the hacking and spam and come from. That's going to be ceased under Trump. Trump's trying to get rid of them threads because they say a lot of negative stuff on him because TikTok's one thing, but Reddit and these other ones are a problem. It's gonna be a lot of regulation next year. Watch. I'm gonna tell you what I know because by the looks of it, he don't care about the adult entertainment stuff. No, he trying to protect that money asset, and they crazy. Yeah, a lot of stuff get leaked, but nobody's selling that stuff to get money out. No, they just keep it for free and they sit on it. I was reading an article about people about the OF OnlyFans and a lot of stuff get leaked a lot, and then they have this DRM. They still gonna find a way to get through it. Don't they understand that that stuff is there forever? And me bitching complaining about them is a waste of time, especially they're already looking for bank anyway. FaceTime is the new hustle, and they don't pay taxes. Well, Trump is gonna collect that and put your ass to jail. That will happen. And people are so they got this man fucked up. He don't care about y'all if you voted for him or not. What you're going to see is what he did in 2016, not 2016, but 2017, all the way through the pandemic, which he failed. He didn't do a good job on. That's why they try to impeach him, and a lot of stuff they try to impeach him on is before the pandemic stuff. They want him up out of there. So that election in 2020 was hard for him. He was on defense. He wasn't on the offense like he was. He's not a defensive guy. So again, it's obvious to vote for him. But if you vote for another person besides him, there you go. See, Joe Biden got his mess on the inflation. A lot of people say, "Oh, it was Biden." All that. No, that's all Trump. Trump created inflation. That was his law cuts and which he created. And now, obviously, is 2025 going to be a thing? No, it's not going to be a thing because to me, he's going to say that's a state issue. He has nothing to do with that. I believe that 2025, he has nothing to do with that. That somebody did that, and I think a lot of people say they can't implement it. And number one, it takes a lot of resources to do that. They already got things in place for immigrants going back home anyway. See, Democrats kick them out first. That's what you got to understand. Y'all think they're liberal, but really they're conservative as hell. Democrats will never be the L word in practice. Only on television, online, y'all call them the L word, like liberal, which they're not. They're actually conservative on the low. Democracy and Democrat means conservative. It means I'm going to lock your ass up. If you do something wrong, I'll put you in the penalty box for like 15 years or more. And that's it. Republicans, on the other hand, are laissez-faire capitalists, aka liberal. Like I said, liberals are not capitalists. Just say, all right, they're capitalists and they want all your money, and all of a sudden they are utilitarian about it. And the reason why I bring up the word utilitarianism is because they have that utilitarian mindset to control your riches and give it to somebody that really cared about their riches. That's what they do. Now, if you vote for the other way, Trump is not a conservative. He's actually liberal on the low. He just don't care too much about the conservative values and things like that. That's why there's a lot of friction in that party. See, that Barry Goldwater conservatism does not work in today's game, and it only applied to Bush and when they fucked up the country, and then Obama used it a little bit, and now it ceased to exist. Trump's trying to kill it. So basically, it's just what it is, man. But that's the problem with these things and that Project 25. That's just a fear mongering tactic. People think they're going to be deported. You're not. That's just and the way he said about the Haitians do all that bad stuff, that he was talking about immigration. The reason he was trolling people on that, he was talking about immigration. That was a shot at immigration. So what he was doing when he said that, when they eat all this stuff, which is not true, he knows it's a lie. It was a shot at immigration. If y'all didn't pay attention to what he was saying in that debate, that was a shot at immigration. He didn't want to debate Kamala Harris. He knew something was up. Elon was on his campaign the whole time, and then you saw him campaign more, and he told those guys to don't vote. So we already know elections rigged and it's fake. And they said Trump won. Of course he's going to win because the last time he won, he didn't need that much help. Why did he need much help this time? And I'll tell you why. He was trying to clean up what's going on in Russia and all them other countries, and then try to protect the so-called Holy Land over there. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, it's the Holy Land. The so-called people is part of that Holy Land. They ain't chosen. We ain't gonna mention them because they're irrelevant. But the Edomites, of course, we don't mention them. They're irrelevant as hell now. Now they show their hand. Now Iran done calmed down just a little bit, but he ain't stopped the war. No, it's still gonna brew. I don't think he has the means to calm people down with that. So I look at this stuff, I'm like, yeah. And everybody's distracted about the Fugazi podcast and things like that. Well, he's a clown, man. He's been a clown the whole time. Like he tried to be like all these dudes, all these podcasts, and that's why his shit is so trash. And he ain't did nothing spectacular to help people or build or lift up the men, right? So when you look at this stuff and you look at the things, what's going on, because see, next week is I'm gonna take a break because you ain't gonna see me next week. I mean, it's a holiday. I don't celebrate it. I'm just taking a rest for this week, and I'll drop a recording probably. I'll make one probably Sunday morning. It's gonna be short on some historical stuff. I'm gonna push it to next month. So I'll be out for those 2 weeks. I'm gonna do like I did in June, in July, It's gonna be like that. I'm gonna take a break from it and then come back and meet y'all in December because this is gonna be a thing. I'm gonna start doing. Not gonna live stream a lot next year. I might live stream some. The DHD series, yes, you're gonna get it from January, probably. I'll say the month of February. A few things in the month of February, and then I'm gonna end it in March. So yeah, I'll do it that way because that way I'll figure out if I want to live stream or not. I have to pick a day to do it. Wednesday is a perfect day to do stuff because it's the middle of the week and all that stuff. But Thursday and Wednesday, I don't mind streaming for those two days. So I got to call it something. So yeah, man. So my thing is, if you're doing live streams like more than, I'll say more than, I'll say more than 10 hours, something wrong with you. A lot of people got insomnia real bad and ain't getting no good sleep. And I ain't gonna repeat that again, but mainly I'm just saying that's the fact of the matter is. And when these dudes get on these panels and they all married too in relationships, but telling females to prioritize, which I don't prioritize for nobody. That's just me. But you see what you get. A lot of times people just get caught up in the moment. I think one of the reasons why I don't really I don't capitulate the other stuff that I see what's going on here. But I've been chilling, I've been relaxing, and it's fun on X and it's entertaining. The hoes are funny. They don't even like each other. They're going back and forth. They tripping about the election. They tripping about Kamala Harris and all this other stuff. And you got people going to blue sky. I said, this is the next frontier. This is the next frontier. No, it's not. Bunch of censorship and bullshit. And then when you hear all this stuff, you just don't understand that a lot of people just get caught up and just be amped up about a lot of things. So yeah, podcasting and fake relationship talk is just outdated. That only applied in the pandemic, I would say, for the first 2 years. After the pandemic, it's just like, man, it's crazy. So the pandemic streams done did some damage. So again, and appreciate the comment from Chaos said about the hat. Yeah, I had that hat in 2013 on the carnival. This is back in, I think that was back in May in 2013. I was 25 at the time, and I was really entrenched with the culture then. Yeah, I was 25 at the time when I got that. I ain't worn it in since last year, 10 years ago. Well, actually 11 years ago from last year. It was 10 years ago from last year, from now in 2013 to 2023. That's a 10-year span. I haven't worn that hat. It's been in my closet for some years. I wore it since then. So since I was in Atlanta, and then I moved to another city down here in Georgia outside of Atlanta, and that's been over some years. So you see all this stuff going on, but you know, what type of games I got? They just updated the GTA games that had the in 2021, everybody was locked in the pandemic. Not too much. They did something with the lighting. People complain. It's still more work to do. I mean, they got a few glitches in these games. That's it. And then the game I'm playing now, the most is Zombie Army 4, Army Dead War 4. That's a good one. It's made by Rebellion that created Sniper Elite. And I got another sniper game called Sniper Contracts 2, Ghost Warrior. It's actually a good game. It's pretty good. A lot of good games on here, but there ain't much good ones in a minute I see. So basketball's been the same. Football's been the same. You know, everybody is back on track. You got the Celtics doing their thing, but I look at sports for what it is, man. You know, Bronny, like I said, he's not ready for the NBA. What do you expect? Blame his dad for that. Blame his pops for that. All that mediocrity and stuff. It's gonna come. It's gonna come in fruition. It's gonna come in fruition. He said 4 national face-offs, national first group, Canada, Finland. Early NBA surprise letdowns, which teams that outperformed expectations. Who cares? This says Donald Trump will nominate Matthew Whitaker as U.S. ambassador to NATO. That Kudlow guy that Trump wanted, he said no. He had a heart attack. He said no. I don't want to be in that circus. Almost got caught. Had to fight this shit. Yeah, it's kicking in. Okay, the caffeine's kicking in. Try not to doze off because I just get drained a little easily. It's a lot going on with me. Just get prepared for next week, and then I'm just chilling, relaxing, and I'll see y'all soon. But the month is a month. It's a lot of stuff to talk about, and then just over here and things like that nature. So crying for strangers on the internet is my part-time job. That's a one hell of a tweet. At least she told on herself. No hate to this lady right here. I had a screenshot. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then you get what you get, and then they block time wasters and all that. I'm like, shit, these hoes better look in themselves. You know how people don't like them, and this is why X is going downhill. And I blame the Tumblr effect. I blame 2018 and all this stuff. That's why the internet is so dry. I'll never forget. Prior to 2018, during the Trump era, it was decent his first term, but it was bad at the same time on the internet because that's where people was divided. And now, if you look at it now, he won again. Like I said, it was great then. No, it was not. The internet was not great back then. It was great in the beginning of it when I started talking my shit back in the day and I got some traction. Yeah. But during 2017 was the best time. But that 2018, man, that's when it was a wash for me, when they start shutting down Tumblr and all the good stuff happening. That's why people got Telegram now. It's got a million users. They successful with their stuff, and but Telegram leans towards to the other side. Like certain news stations be on there. Now they get to come back on this platform, which is very going to be strange. We're going to see. They said TikTok's supposed to be gone by in 2 months. I would say not the next one, all right, almost 2 months. Like we'll be in the next month, in a month of the next month in January of next year. We're going to see if they don't deliver on that promise. That means Trump probably got plans for it to be bought and negotiated. And I think X got a thing, the AI with Elon, that's called Grok. Uh, and I see this stuff all the time. So, but the prophet ain't saying nothing, huh? He said was the FBA. Oh, fuck them feds wearing niggas, man. Them niggas ain't talking about nothing. When anybody that mentions the FBA shit, you represent those niggas that hate themselves. Now, the black and white thing, that's a systematic thing. I know it's Masonic and all that. I'm not going to get into that. I said enough on this channel what that is, and them dudes are frauds. If they was really about it, they should have done something a long time ago. They ain't going to do nothing now because of Trump. How the hell they going to do anything? Um, Slayer done chin check the majority of them. I don't even like dude, but he chin checked them on that. If you're not this, you're not that. Ain't nobody listening to that bullshit. The average so-called black person's not listening to BS. They're just not. You could look at the election and based on they don't care about that. They'll say that's some internet bullshit. It's not no never ending. It's just you niggas need to grow up. Like them niggas is retarded. Ain't nobody listen to them niggas no more. Shouts to World Class. He was talking about these people. I was on his live stream and it made some sense what people are saying. But in relationship content, like Pop the Balloon is a great example of what you see now. You just got whores that like to finesse people and scam people to buy they adult content. They always been scammers. They used to do escort, but they scammed the hell out of you over something small. I don't have to deal with that. I just cut them off immediately, and then this. Are you gonna block them? Hell no. Why? You know, how many people that unblocked and then did nothing to them, and they call them time wasters, and they want that cash. That's why people don't like them, especially if they're pretty. They're the worst ones. Now, pretty hoes, they're nice to look at, but deep down, they're shit people in person. We know they. We. That's why we gotta say fuck the majority of them. If y'all gonna go by that, that's like I said, looks don't matter when you get older. It only matters to weak young motherfuckers like y'all that's at least in the 18-24 range or 25 to 34, because y'all retarded anyway. Y'all haven't evolved. See, once I in the threshold of 35 to 44 plus lane, because I'm close to 40, almost close to it. A couple more years. You niggas is retarded. Y'all never get no women like that. Especially online, talking about the balloon shows and react. It's cool, but y'all know better than them niggas. Y'all looking for clout and content. That's 95% of y'all on the internet, especially on this platform. That's so sorry and it went down to shit years ago. That's why I don't really say much. I say what I say on here and I just dip. But I'm saying this is a current event type live stream. Like Daily Don't express what's going on the web, who's talking about what. I hear about the remakes of all three Grand Theft Auto games, the fixes and bugs and glitches they have, but not all. But they have a certain number they was gonna fix. But overall, the sports world is doing good. Not a lot of bullshit going on, not a lot of nonsense going on. But you got a lot of things now. The Tyson and Jake Paul is a disastrous thing, and Albert Priest break it down. That's gonna be worse if you play Cyberpunk. Yeah, they're gonna do shit like that. We're already there. So preach had to remind his ass, so no, no, motherfucker, we already here. And he's right. We're already here. It's now how they gonna implement it in the future. It's the thing. And that's what you see right now. But me personally, I'm doing pretty excellent. And so far, the mental health is, I've been on a good kick for that for years. And everyone want to talk about mental health now. Well, where was this years ago when y'all was doing all the bad stuff before the pandemic? See, a lot of people are hypocrites on the internet. They live in the moment. And I don't like people like that. They're the worst people to be around. And the fake shit is so real. And they think it's okay to just be on dumb shit 24/7 and want to crash out. That's a word, crash out, which is silly to me. Ain't nobody crashing out for nobody or go crazy. That's why you niggas is funny. You new niggas, you baby niggas, y'all are funny. Y'all funny to me in person. They be on that. That's why this younger generation is so lost. They rely on the internet to tell them what to do. And it's just sad. It's just crazy that what we're seeing right now. So but that's the one thing about me. I look at things from a perspective, like integral perspective, what's going on, and especially online. Because I say the online culture more than I do the outside world. The outside world is actually dull and stale right now. People are not really outside like that because they're all need machines. Everybody's on devices when you meet them outside. If you actually meet them in person, they'll be on their phones. I'm just keeping it real. I dealt with this years ago before the pandemic was a thing, and technology ruined them, especially them smartphones, what you would call in 2012, ruined a lot. That's where shit started changing. People start getting emotional and they start forgetting who they are. And I saw that years ago when I was getting this first job that I was getting, and then I had multiple jobs afterwards. But it is what it is, man. So you can't really expect people to be mature on here. You got this one dude, his name is Xavier TV. He's like, what do you say, 23? I bet he turned 24. I'm not sure. The reason being is you're 24, sir, and you're about to be 25 next year. You have a poor understanding about females and proper relationships. Most females won't change properly until they like what they say 40, but actually they mature like we do, but they get another maturity that they grow properly to understand and not sound so immature. They stay immature when they're 25. Their real awakening starts when they're 40 something. And they want to try to start families. It's too late. You waste the early years of your life showing your body. And that's what happened to these females. They get destroyed, and these females get destroyed all the time and expect people to start talking. But that's the whole point of being understanding what's going on. But you got a lot of live streams and people talk about in podcasts that relationships are back on. No, they're still dead. It's not it. It's not it. But I've been seeing a lot of good content lately, and people just going in emotion of what's going on. So brain is out of whack. My brain is out of whack. It's almost 3 because I'm about to get a little, I'm talk to y'all for a minute. Let's talk about what do you talk about? The Fugazi podcast, the effect after the election. Let's talk about. Let's see what we can talk about. Let's talk about the effect of a new platform like Blue Sky. Blue Sky, you'll have the same censorship like you had before, like the old Twitter. They said they allow adult entertainment on there. No, they don't. You see it, that's cool, but Blue Sky ain't it. And you see this stuff all the time. So, I get my go-go juice on. Whew. So I've been prowling on the net, see what's going on in the world. Like it's just the same old stuff I see. And then, people react to his victory. A lot of mixed emotions, man. And I'm just laughing at what certain people said. And then I saw Ugly Money podcast, what Trump did. Half the stuff he's gonna do, half stuff he ain't. And I saw in real life street stars. One guy said he'll start a civil war if he implemented that. Yeah, he would. Trump don't want no war. So he trolled y'all the whole time in the election. Now you gotta see if he's really about that. So people are gonna test that as we speak. I've been chilling. So, yeah, you got the prophet talking about it. They said he said some string I didn't watch. I looked at the title. I said, this nigga's desperate. He's still talking about that space bullshit. Like, dude, move on and tell him that everybody's gonna follow trends. Y'all niggas are stuck in a tailspin. That's why how they got y'all in this blue pill media. Like, come on, man. If you're really red pill, get off the media. The fake media that fake sources. Get you some real source that's red pill enough to understand that this world is dying off. Y'all got to study, self-study, not study like from a book, but study your mind to make sure you're going to have the things that you're going to need, especially if you have family and kids. But I'm not going to take y'all seriously online. I'm just not. Y'all do reckless stuff all the time. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So a lot of shooters going on, but let's keep it right here. Shouts out to people that came in. Appreciate y'all. If you sky watching, that's cool. Appreciate y'all. But that young thug taste, my viewpoint on that is over with. He's getting 15 years of probation. Other people saying something different. He'll beat it. And he got this Georgia versus Vontae Kendrick, Shannon Steelwood. That's a good one. So I'm not saying nothing reckless, really. So I'm just gonna look at this what it is and what it ain't. So my brain is like I'm trying to keep it intact. I'm just a little kind of drowsy. But I had some go-go juice to hit it. Get some caffeine in my system, and talk to you guys for a couple more minutes and see what's going on right now. The only ones that are actually channels that talk about these podcasts is Walls Production. Walls Production is the only one that makes sense. But he did one with old boy, and she didn't like him smoking weed. Was it the guy's fault? But when she told on herself how pathetic she is, she played dude in a way. It wasn't about him. But if I was Walls, that's a hoe. Who cares? He said, I don't like you smoking that around. Like, bitch, like, why'd you date him? You should have popped your balloon. See, that's why I don't like hoes going on those shows. But they exist. They fucking exist for a reason. And that's the thing about the internet. They ruin everything. They just want to dictate everything, and people are tired of that. And they said they can't afford the rent. Oh Lord. It is what it is. Let's see. It's crazy. It's a lot of desperate people on X looking for attention. And then this is one girl that she does the BBL, she does the ass shake. What's her name? Her name is Winter. She looking for a content partner, which is crazy. She said that on a different platform. I ain't gonna mention. Y'all know what it is, but it's crazy, man. And then she moved to that was popular. One of these models that you see. She went to Blue Sky. Told you, females love Blue Sky. They love Jack Dorsey. Hey Jack, how much you gonna sell Blue Sky to a billionaire? That's going to happen. That's going to happen. He's going to sell that shit. If shit don't go right over there, see, you're trying to compete with a giant like Elon Musk. He got the car industry, you got everything. He's got the crypto thing going, and Trump put him in that spot. But don't y'all understand that Blue Sky has a little success, but it's going to hurt them at the end because they'll never topple X. Never. The only topple it is people who give up on the data and stuff, which they don't. And that's just the stuff that I see all the time. Almost an hour. Okay. Appreciate y'all. Let's look at what's going on here. There's a lot going on with content nowadays. Like I said, why is YouTube so dry? It's a lot of BS. And Benzino broke it down. These podcasts ain't talking about nothing. They ain't talking about a damn thing. And when Benzino say ain't talking about a damn thing, that's not a good sign. It's been oversaturated since during the pandemic. But you have to understand, a lot of people are broken people. They're sick people on here. It's just weirdos, and they'll say all types of retarded shit, try to get clicks and views. Like you got idiots like Charleston White. He came out of nowhere from Facebook, and I used to watch his shit from 2021. He was fairly decent until the bullshit. And I don't know what the hell is his problem. He's like, oh, no, no, talking about hoes, this and that. And he said he used to pimp. He was a shit pimp at that. He wasn't that good. He wasn't that good. I just don't agree with everything he says, but he's a shit viewer. So yeah, man. A lot of stuff is just it's just out of his control, you know. And then Benzino said it best. He said, "Why you get the police?" He said, "Where they do that? Nowhere. They go out of nowhere and then talk about a lot of things." So that election divided a lot of people, and then you got our women, you know, so-called black women saying, "I'm tired of getting stuck with old man, and y'all ain't giving the box up to him." And you know, like shut your goofy ass up. Y'all the ones that go in the blue sky. Y'all motherfucking go in this blue sky. Stop it right now. I said, hold up, wait a minute. Like they use those stupid memes. Hold up, wait a minute. I see you podcasts using them weak ass memes and shit, trying to talk bad to these females, man. Y'all lame as shit. Get the fuck out of here. But these dudes is bitches. They ain't talking about nothing. They're just not. I see a lot of things going on, but there's no action between these people. And then they get upset, and when we call them out, and there it is. We used to do this 3 years ago. But then again, you know, people are so damn sensitive nowadays. I stopped talking about a lot of stuff, and I'm letting y'all know now. I'm not censoring myself. I'm gonna be uncensored next year. Depends on the rules of this sorry platform. What happens to your boy, Mr. El Presidente? He says, "Sex sells. I need some bye bye." Oh man, ain't nobody buying that shit, bro. Thirsty ass little boys. Let's see what the articles are talking about. U.S. vetoes Gaza ceasefire resolution. UN Security Council. Oh, okay. I'm gonna skip that. With Young Thug free from jail, AG pushes ahead with 5 million lawsuit over the failed tour deal. Yeah, I'll put this on the T-gram. Okay, Shaq passes on offer to fight Dwight Howard. You know, Dwight Howard. Excuse me. Got to have more than one ring. Oh man, Shaq fucking with him. He's fucking with him. Shaq said, "You got to be on my level. Got to be on my level." Joe and B makes a bold Jimmy Butler claim after losing to Miami. And Joel Embiid need to just retire his bum ass self. I am eating everything on IHOP's Indiana Jones menu. Man, ain't had IHOP in years. Coca-Cola causes controversy with an AI generated ad. Oh, they don't like AI generated ad. This was meant to pay homage to the Coca-Cola commercial 1995. Coca-Cola is facing backlash online, and artificial intelligence made Christmas promotional video that users are calling soulless, devoid of any actual creativity. The AI made a video features everything from big red Coca-Cola trucks driving through snowy streets to people smiling in scarves. Scarves and knitted hats holding Coca-Cola bottles. But the video was meant to pay homage to the company 1995 commercial "Holidays Are Coming," which features similar imagery but with human actors and real trucks. Forbes reported that the video was created by three AI studios: Secret Level, Silverside AI, and Wildcard, using four different generated AI. Silverside AI's AI developer Chris Barber wrote in reply on X that each of the AI studios created different versions of the advertisement, with the viral not belonging to Silver AI. The video draws criticism from many creators who have argued it was disasterful for the company to use AI technology to create the video instead of the work of artists. Alex Hirsch, the creator of the Disney series Gravity Falls, commented on X post that showed that the new commercial with his amaze of over 50 million views. Fun fact: Coca-Cola is red because it made from the blood of out of work. Blood of work artist holiday facts. But many artists, creative professionals have pushed back against the use of AI in creative works, but arguing that the technology may be to replace human workers, and that many AI were trained on the artist's work without proper composition or credit. In a statement, a Coca-Cola spokesperson said to the Coca-Cola company has celebrated a long history of capturing the magic of the holidays in content film and events of retail activations for details around the globe. We're also exploring new ways to connect with the consumer and experiment with the different approaches. This year, we crafted films through a collaboration of human storytellers and the power of a generative AI. Coca-Cola will always remain dedicated to creating the highest level of work at the intersection of the human creativity and technology. But this isn't the first time that Coca-Cola has used AI technology. In the marketing strategies and programs, March 2023, Coca-Cola collaborated with OpenAI to release one of its AI-generated commercials called Masterpiece, which is shown in paintings and sculptures in an art museum come to life and passes around a bottle of Coca-Cola. But the company announces a new release that the month it will be partnering with artists creating art using Coca-Cola's creative archives and AI technology. But the company even has its own global head of generated AI. So this is from NBCnews.com. Of course, they're talking about Coca-Cola causes controversy with AI. Maybe you can go find that. And yeah, it's pretty AI driven. So they're being lazy. Like the people say, they have a right to be lazy because, oh, it's an hour and 4 minutes. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, they are goofy Trump supporters and all that. But anyways, yeah, I just read this article about Coca-Cola controversy AI, generating. That's interesting to talk about. It's the new thing. Jaylen Brown from the Celtics is taking on Nike with a $200 sneakers. Okay, Battlefield 6. Ain't much going on in the news. Norman Powell will not play against the Magic. He's back in the league. They got that white hat hackers. They stop hackers from stealing their merchandise. T-Mobile's got good security. I got T-Mobile. It's all on my phone too in my app. Blocks all these. You don't see a lot of hackers messing with my shit. That's a good thing about T-Mobile. It's got good security, just like Google. They work together. These telecom, wherever. I don't know if they voted for the other way. Like, Trump. Won't be surprised. It's a lot of power and money. See, Elon Musk, the tentacles of shit. But shouts out to everybody, man. This has been a stream. It's long overdue. We talk about little things, little politics, there and there. So I'm not gonna be on it too long. But shouts to everybody. Shouts to Degenerate. Shouts out to Tampa, of course. Appreciate the people in the clouds, whatever you're watching. Yeah, I had to talk about the Fugazi podcast. I had to talk about a lot of stuff, and then just you know, I had to talk about a lot of things. It's random stuff like what's going on, what I've been seeing, and nothing going on. YouTube's kind of dry now. Like you got that controversy, then you got the pop the balloon people ain't got no content. They just posting random people because ever since the sex with Brian from New Orleans and whatever, you see all types of madness. Everybody's doing it because it's saturated content for reaction channels, and reaction channels thrive off of it. So I give it about after Thanksgiving and next month. That shit will gonna fade away next year. I might see it next year. It may fade away or not. People are desperate out here because the pandemic ruined them. They trying to get married. A lot of people ain't looking for love and marriage. They just hustling to get that next dollar. So with that, but like I said, I'll drop a recording the end of the week, starting next week. This coming Sunday, you'll see the recording be pushed to December. In December. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna talk something different on the historical path. Might talk a little bit about. I don't think I want to talk about Egypt. I'll find something. I'll find something to think about. It's random, but I'll surprise y'all. So with that, until next time, shalom to people of Israel, to the Gentiles. Pray to these as always. Praise in the name of Yah. As always, I'm signing off. I'll see y'all next time, and I'm out. I'll see y'all in December, and I'm out.